LED tape, pretty awesome stuff. The great thing is that we actually carry them pretty much in ready-to-go kits in the showroom, multiple different models of it, so we have different color temperatures, we also have different intensities, we also have different coatings on them. Some of them are not intended to be exposed to moisture, others are really good for a kitchen where it might get splashed and you're not going to have to worry about it. So when I do talk about these kits, they include all the parts that you need for a project. This is a kit from American Lighting. It's one of the things that we do carry in stock in the showroom. A great LED tape, super easy to deal with. So we have our LED reel, getting 16 feet entirely that you are able to cut on site. And then when you look at the other components, we have the transformer. All LED tape is low voltage. And what that means is it takes the kind of dangerous 120 volt current that we have in our house that we really want electricians to deal with, we don't want to deal with ourselves, and it steps it down to something much more safe in order to make the LEDs function. So when you actually do look at those LEDs, they're really only operating with about a 12 to 24 volt current, a very safe current to deal with. It also allows us to have much smaller wires that connect things. So if we are jumping things from piece of tape to piece of tape, we use this wire, super easy to cut, also super small. So one of the benefits to LED tape, because it doesn't put off a lot of heat and it has very minimal dimension, we can hide them anywhere we have a tiny little crack or crevice. So we're able to take something that we weren't able to really work with in our space before, something that was actually living in shadow, and have that be a source of illumination. Great thing about this too is rather than the puck lights that we're used to using where you need to have them per shelf, we are able instead to have opaque shelves, spread the light all the way through, and do it from the side as opposed to above. Allows us to get a really great distribution of light without really bright spots or glare, so we don't have the lights going directly into your eyes. There's another type of LED tape that is super cool that we actually just started to carry as well. It's a new technology called chip on board. So this is that chip on board tape. The one thing that you'll notice is unlike regular LED tape where you're seeing little dots for each of the diodes, the chip on board is actually a continuous line of light. So it has the benefit of all the regular LED tape. You can peel off the back to self-adhere. You can cut it about every 2 to 3 inches at the cut points. It allows us to move away from the form factor that we had to stick with these under cabinet boxes to just a tape, taking up little to no dimension on your space. It won't protrude if you have a flat under cabinet rather than a tray. And the effect is pretty amazing because when we look at reflective surfaces, you don't want to see the glare of the lights coming back at you. So you can see that there's that dot, dot, dot that's reflecting back at us. We don't want that. Normally we would have to cover it with a lens, additional things you have to buy and install. With chip on board tape, you don't need to do that. So we are able to create a beautiful continuous line of light, same quality of light that we're putting out down there, but we are not getting that dot, dot, dot reflection that we generally want to avoid.